Are you good, Brenda? Okay, we're back in open session, and we have a recommendation for a 2-month contract with MTS to continue.
Correct. We've had a series of short-term contracts with MTS. I'm asking for an additional one to cover the period of February 1st through March 31st for a sum not to exceed $180,000.
Motion?
Demick will move that.
Witt will second.
Are there questions? None, all in favor? Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
We have referrals from committees. Public Works, please.
Request to fill transfer station operator. County Superintendent Thomas Windus is requesting permission to fill one full-time transfer station operator position in the Department of Public Works, pending approval to create the position at the board meeting this afternoon. The annual salary of this position is estimated to be between $38,284 and $46,853, with an annual benefit estimated to be between $15,114 and $18,497. This position is funded with 100% county funds and is included in the 2024 budget, and I will move that.
Helio, second.
Moved and supported. Are there questions? Discussion?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a new position we're creating, and then we're going to fill it. So was the create position in the budget? But it says create at the meeting this afternoon. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, it's filled out funny.
I don't know how we can fill a position if it hasn't been created yet. That's my question, I guess.
I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe this is the standard way the agenda process flows. Like, this isn't anything out of the line, and it has raised a lot of questions before that we get a little confused why we do it. I don't know what the history is to say why or not. But Brenda has her hand up.
I believe this,
It's an existing position in the
this is one of the resolutions that's coming off the floor. And so this is contingent on approval at the board meeting this afternoon. So the request to create was previously approved. I think it was in the January meeting. And so it is coming off the floor today.
So if it was voted down or tabled, the request to fill would not go through, even though you voted it here. It's contingent on you
Correct.
passing it
Yes,
at a
correct.
resolution. It is a very confusing process, though.
And we typically bring these to Ways and Means the same day they appear on the board, so that if it's approved at the board level, the department head can move forward right after that.
There are no new transfer stations. So are they adding a person, or they have a need now to fill one?
I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head and would have to look that up or go ask DPW.
So on Ways and Means, it says it's an existing, and if you go to our resolutions for this afternoon, the last resolution, it says creation of. Is it just maybe wording is not been?
The position is an existing position in that department, not a brand-new position. So although they're creating a new position, the title currently exists in that department. And it still requires a resolution.
But does it require a resolution to fill or to create?
Just to create. Ways and Means is the who possesses the authority to fill positions. So the referral could actually say request to fill instead of request to create and fill, because the request to create is approved at the board by board resolution, and the request to fill is approved by Ways and Means.
So the explanation that I have, and this is in my email, and this came from HR, was that all a resolution is required when a new position is being created that never existed within the department. A resolution is also required when the title of a position already exists within the department, but they want to add another person with that title. I believe what they are doing, and hopefully Dean can confirm, is that they want to add another person in their department with the title of a transfer station operator. Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't know, is this thing on? Yeah, we're having a hard time filling an HMEO 1 slot in the solid waste division with a CDL. It's a Tuesday to Saturday schedule. Wayne Marvin has been able to make modifications to how he operates the transfer station system to where a transfer station operator is just as valuable to him as an HMEO 1. So we're not actually adding more bodies, we're just creating a space to put a person in that has value to us. So we're keeping the same number of people.
So you won't be filling the HMEO 1?
Correct. So we're not adding any more people to our payroll, just a different title. And it's actually a lower graded title.
So it's a savings due to the changing needs at the landfill, correct? Operational landfill.
Yep.
Thank you.
So the title exists already. We don't have to create that.
The title exists already. We're just adding a number. I think we have, I don't have my org chart in front of me. Say we have 7 TSOs and 5 HMEO 1s. We would just add another person under the TSO title, fill that, and not the HMEO 1.
I'm actually directing a question
Oh, I'm
to the
sorry.
back there as to what's the language we need right now that straightens this out?
The language is correct.
Okay,
Yes.
so we've had a motion and a second to pass this confusing resolution. Any further discussion?
I just want to make a comment that this has happened on more than one occasion where we've questioned how are we approving it being filled when it hasn't been created yet? And I'm just wondering if there's some way to make it clearer so that we don't have to go through this discussion every time.
I think there are ways, and as you can tell, it's equally as confusing to the administrative staff. It's a very cumbersome process that we could probably streamline.
And even an explanation like Dean just gave us, maybe just a one-line sentence right in there saying, this is what we're not going to fill this, but we're going to fill this instead. Even that would clarify a lot. So just a suggestion.
We'd be happy to do that, and it's very similar, and I won't take up much more time, but it's very similar to other requests that we've made for like the laborer and MEO, just trying to create spots where we can get bodies in there. So thank you, and we'll do that. Thank you.
Anything else?
Thanks, Dean.
All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried. That's all the referrals that I have. Is there any old business? Any new business? Go to the order, sir.
Mr. Chairman, normally I would have a caucus right now. The time is a little bit tight to have a meaningful conversation, but if any of you would like to have a caucus, we will certainly squeeze a short one in. I'm looking for advice. Hearing none, I think we'll probably skip it because we really don't have enough time to have a meaningful conversation. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Not, motion to adjourn?
Rick, you move.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? We are adjourned.